Look at him. He is not even a real person. It's just a throw with like a head. So fluffy. Hey, what is up everybody? I am so sorry that this video is a little late. You know, Monday is usually my day for uploading. But I just wasn't in the headspace for it. Very sorry about that. Subscribe, and maybe goodbye, Mr. Camera. Subscribe, and maybe I will upload actually on my day. I will try more in the future. Very sorry about that. Anywho, I am actually kind of excited about today's topic because I've got some stuff to say about it. So this week, some of the people uploading have been talking about online trans community spaces and if they are harmful or like positive, and I wanted to put my my opinions forward on this situation. So look at this bottle of lights. Beautiful. Do you want to meet a house plant? Look at this spider plant. I think his name's Jam, but the one up there might be Jam and this might be someone else, I don't know. I have so many babies, I don't know what their names are. So basically, the truth tea is, I really like online spaces for trans people. I like the little community that we have here, and I think it does way more good than it does harm. I think it is extremely useful, extremely handy, and in some cases extremely necessary for like the the trans process, like the coming out, the discovering of yourself, coming out to yourself, coming out to other people, then like the rest of the journey after that. Oh, you guys like my new tattoo? Have you guys seen this yet? I find that the uses of the online community completely outweigh any negative effects that they might have. So I think it's very useful to be able to reach out to other people. Personally, even right now, at this part in my transition, even though I've been out for many years and I'm very like secure and happy and proud of my trans identity and just like 100% know exactly who I am and what's going on with that, I do still sometimes have some questions. I'm like, hey, this medical thing's going on in me, does anyone know if this is a side effect of tea or like what not, like before I'd go to a doctor sort of thing. I just want to run it by some other people, see if they have the same experience. Or sometimes I'm like, oh, I'm still a little bit nervous about like negotiating coming out in like a particular area, like work or college, or like a couple, like about a month ago I wanted to know, can I put my like gender on my driving license as male, or like will they be weird about that? And turns out I could, but like I didn't know that. I thought they'd be weird about it, but actually I was like, yeah, sure, they don't really care. You can put your gender on your driving license as male if you're a trans guy, and you don't have to have a gender recognition certificate. I didn't know that. Useful bit of advice that the community gave me. I'm like a Facebook community sort of person. Like trans Facebook groups on Facebook are really useful to me. I found some of those that like you just make a post there and you can like vent, you can ask questions. I find this really useful, if you're struggling, if you want to just talk to some other trans people, definitely join a Facebook group. And also I like, you probably see me in them if you join them, is that I like answering people's questions because I feel like I can be really helpful. You know, obviously I'm someone who like has done quite a lot of research into transition and stuff, so like I feel like I'm at a place at the moment where I like know quite a bit about it, so that if I see someone asking a question and I have the answer to it, I like to be able to answer that question for them and feel like I've actually helped out and contributed back to this community that's helped me quite a lot. So, you know, obviously though, there is, like any community, there's going to be discourse, there's going to be disagreements within the community, and I feel like, you know, the trans community has a lot of that. But I'm someone who belongs to like quite a lot of communities. Like obviously like I'm very nerdy and I belong to like a lot of fandom communities and like a lot of, oh god, like comic book geeks are like the worst group of people. Like I'm a comic book geek and I hate comic book geeks, just like there's so much like discourse and like the trans community by far isn't the worst community in the world. Like obviously there's like a lot of extremes within the community that are different people that are different beliefs, and we can fight among ourselves a lot, and I know that that is a problem because obviously ideally we shouldn't be fighting among ourselves. We should be like, we should be all grouping together and it should be like us versus transphobia. But you know, like within the community there is still subgroups which are very tight and very close and very like helpful to like be a part of, and where you can still feel like you belong within a little category. So like, you know, no matter where you stand like politically or like, you know, on certain stances within the trans community, or like no matter what your beliefs are, what like your views are, you will still kind of find a place within the trans community. It's just like great. And like we don't agree with each other, and like at this point I'm kind of like past it. I'm like past the discourse, and like, and it does annoy me. Hello?
Hello.
I'm filming a video.
Oh.
Like you can sit and hear me rant if you want. What's your opinion on online spaces in the trans community?
Bah.
Do you think they're useful, harmful? Is that dance helping? You going? Love you.
Love you.
That was CJ's insight. Yeah, okay, so as long as you don't like, you know, as long as you don't get too involved, like don't completely like surround yourself in only the community online, don't like fill your head completely with that and nothing else, if you know what I mean, because then, you know, the drama will probably get to you, and like you'll make a big deal out of it, because I'm definitely guilty of that. Of like just getting like too involved in stuff that's happening within the community and forgetting that there is a bigger picture, you know, and like the discourse and like the divide within the community isn't the big picture. That's not like, it's not the end of the world. We have bigger things to be fighting here, so you know, whatever. But I will say, you know, obviously it is a problem that we're not all united as one big community, but you know, online spaces particularly, because what I've been saying could kind of be said about like a physical community, but you know, like, because trans people are very few and far between, and you know, it's very unlikely that like, you know, that many trans people in real life. Most of our interactions with each other do tend to be online, especially if you live in like a smaller town or something. So you know, like, I'm lucky, like my partner's trans, I managed to find a few other trans people like in my town. So that's that. So like, obviously, like, but our community is very online, so I think that's why it is so important that we have a strong online presence and strong online community, so that people who don't know any trans people in real life can still find the resources that they need, still find the help that they need. Okay, so my camera's dying, so like I need to go, but because I've been rambling for ages, because I apparently have a lot to say on this topic. So like, comment, subscribe for content pretty much every day from lots of wonderful people on this channel. You know, if you want to follow my personal stuff, the handles for all that stuff will be down below, but you definitely need to subscribe to this channel right here that I'm talking on right now, because it is amazing and full of great people. Leave comments about your opinions on this topic below, and if you want to hear other people's opinions, remember to watch the videos this week, because they're going to be fun and exciting. And I love you guys. Have a lovely day. Bye!